Hey everyone, I realized that I missed a couple of things when I did the video on choosing a wheelchair and going over all the specifications you can do for it. One of the things I missed was talking about camber, and camber is the angle your wheels are set out from your chair. As you can see, let me get a good angle here. My wheels are not exactly perpendicular to my seat. They have a slight cant. Quickie, I believe, does 3-degree increments, so mine are set at 3, and I believe Tyler does 2 degrees, if I'm wrong. Comment down below, I'm pretty sure that's it though. So it does make for a wider base, but it means that you can have more maneuverability, you can turn faster, you can make turns kind of more with one hand instead of with chairs that have perpendicular wheels. You kind of have to pull back with one hand and push forward with the other to turn. With this chair, and it turns almost in one spot. So I want it to leave me here. So that's really nice. Another thing is inset for these front bars. I chose 1 inch, you can get 2. The narrower your seat depth width is, if you would get 2 inches on like a really narrow chair, you would hardly have any room for your legs. But if you have a rather wide chair, I would definitely go with more of an inset. It just makes your chair look more sporty and gives you, the biggest benefit is it gives you more clearance in smaller areas. So if I get the same width chair, I might go with the extra inch inset. But I haven't had any problems maneuvering, but I can fit it in my legs and they're fine. Not that my chair is particularly wide, but I don't have any problems fitting, and it'll give me a little more room. What else? I think there was a third thing. Spokes, I know what it was. I have bicycle wheel spokes, but you can also get something called Spinnergy. They're very expensive. They're I think they're $500 a pair. I didn't even ask my insurance to approve them. If you have like a spinal cord injury, you can usually get your insurance to approve them. I was told, I'm sure many other disabilities, you could probably get them approved as well, but we still don't have too full of a diagnosis set on me for coding. So, proven, but, so we didn't even try. Maybe next time. These are still quite light and they serve me well. Spinnergies are supposed to have some shock absorption factor. They look really awesome as well. What else? I believe that was it. Another thing just in general though, my frame is an L frame. You can see it has no extra bars underneath, it is just the frame. So if you are, especially if you are doing a chair to car seat, front seat transfer, you're taking your chair apart and putting it over your lap, you're going to want a frame like this, because anything with extra bars, you might see it might have a box frame, or like the I want to say it's the TR in Tylate. It has an extra bar here, kind of like a partial box frame. It's going to be harder to get over your lap. The rest a little heavier too sometimes, unless it is made of Tylate, then it's not going to make a big difference, but the aluminum on any extra metal. But Tylate to aluminum, the TR is I'm sure lighter than this chair despite the extra bar. Or as light. That's about it. You just want to get the chair as small as possible, fitting to you of course, because that's going to make it lighter and it's going to make it easier for you to push. Those of you who are already in chairs that are too big for you, you know it's hard. If the wheels are wider than your shoulders, you're having a hard time pushing it. So as soon as you get a chair that fits you, you're amazed. I love being in this chair because the wheels are underneath my shoulders pretty much. And it is so nice to have a chair that fits and is custom just for me. Someone on my last video commented and said they hoped I would put my tippers back on. I don't use tippers because I can't even get out of my house when we have my car out in the other driveway. The world is not accessible, and many times I need to top curves, and also you can't really get into a wheelie, so it's important to know how to wheelie safely and properly, if you can, if you're physically able to. It's just important to know how, and so a way that I learned how to safely was to I would put myself against a couch, and I would get myself back in a wheelie, and I would lean against my hand, and I would set my brakes. Well, that's what I would do later on. At first, I would set my brakes, and then I would pop back into it and find my center balance. And then while I was back there, I started taking off my brakes and grabbing onto my wheels. That way, if I fell, I'd hit the couch. And eventually, I was able to do it without needing to ever hit the couch. And then I would get brave, and I would not use the couch. And then soon, you learn to do it anytime. And now, I can get into a wheelie at any point. So it's important to know, if you can, how to get into a wheelie comfortably, moving at any point. So like whether you're on a slope, whether you're wheeling forward, whether you're at any point, you just need to be able to get into a wheelie, because you'll be able to be so much more independent and get over all kinds of different terrain, and it's just, it's just so much more helpful. Be very careful though doing wheelies going backwards, like wheeling backwards. You won't really ever need to do it, so it's just not smart. That's how I first flipped myself over. Yeah, so, and it's also really helpful to know how to wheeling forward in a wheelie, because you can get over like rocks and stuff. Anyway, that's my answer to that question, because I know that it makes people nervous when I am wheeling, but it is fun, but it has a function as well. So, alright, goodbye again, and I hope, alright, goodbye everyone, and have a really great day. So thank you again for watching, and